And we are back once again. What's going on, guys? Shinron Jira is choking on himself there.
Sorry. The intro started. Kyle was like, it hold it, and then it just cut.
What's going on, guys? Harold here, FigureMania show. Welcome back. It's the February show. And man, we have a lot to talk about today, man. Jesus, this is going to be a pretty packed show. Lots of information, lots of reveals and things, and going to talk about a few things that I think are pretty interesting. You know, we're going to go outside our comfort zone and stuff for another topic and things, and but I think it's going to be fun. So now let's acknowledge some people in the chat. We got 12 people already. What's going on, everybody? And we have a moderator. Okay, I have a moderator. So my friend David, composer David Michael Tardy. So he is my moderator. So you know, he's on the beat. So you guys better behave. All right. Thank you, David, for that. All right. So Rob, what's going on, buddy?
I was just coming down from the laughing fits. What's going on? Absolutely nothing, and that's how I like it.
Awesome. All righty. Mike's Monsters, what are you up to?
We're just hanging out. We're happy to be here. I'm over here being a little distracted by doing videos of these guys and stuff. The glare.
Hold that for a second.
Fun. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Awesome.
Got all four of them here. Working with those, doing a little video. Just did video of the reaction, the new Wave 8 line, right?
Yeah.
I would know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wave 8. Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
Numbers.
Haven't had a lot of time to shoot lately, so I'm taking what I can get. So
yeah. Awesome. Cool. And Kaiju Canuck, Super7's greatest champion. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, life is good. Life is cold. It is so cold up here. Yeah, and we've got pounds and piles of snow that are as tall as me.
I don't miss
everybody's getting stuck in their driveways. I actually had to help my neighbor. I pushed her car out for her. So it's a bit chilly, but life is good.
Awesome. Yes, so for me, I celebrated my 48th birthday on Friday. So thank you very much. And yeah, life's been good for me too. I've been busy with my school and things, because for those of you who may not know, I own my own school, and just been busy and things. And yeah, man, things have been really good for me and things, family's great. My dogs are great and stuff. So I can't complain. And the weather here in Taiwan has been a little bit up and down. There are days where it's warm, where I can walk outside with my t-shirt on, and then there's days where I need to put on my hoodie and stuff. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Must be
Thank
nice.
you very much, David. Thank you very much. Awesome. Alrighty, so let's begin the show today with pickups. Alrighty. So,
Harold, how was your birthday?
Oh, my birthday was awesome. Like I went to my buddy. He owns a pizza place, and we were there. He's from England. He's got a place called Big John Pizza, like best pizza in town. He has like burgers and tacos and stuff like that. It's just great stuff. So me and my friends, we all went there, and we had an awesome time and things. So yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Best way to celebrate is with pizza.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Can't be here for long, so I'll have to. Oh, yeah.
Broom.
Oh, no worries, buddy.
Broom.
Yeah.
Broom.
So, how are you all feeling? Oh, we're gonna get into that in a minute already. So, we're hyped. Okay, to say the least. So for sure. Yeah, so let's start off with pickups. Who wants to go first with pickups? Anybody? Look, Rob, let's start with you. Do you have any pickups?
Just the fun funds, but they're all the way over yonder by which thy window broke. But Mike's got them. Kyle's got them.
Yeah.
They've got more than I do, so they're better to show it off. But I think that's it. I honestly, it's been so much. I have no track or trace of it all.
Okay. So Mike's Monsters just showed us his stuff.
Yeah, I got some of those. I've got a lot of stuff.
Mm.
Don't die on us, Harold.
You made it to 48. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't.
You gotta make it
not-
to 49.
Yeah. Kyle, what about you? Any pickups?
Yeah, so I got I got 2 sets of the Fun Funs actually because I
Oh, yeah.
ordered a set and then Super7 gifted me a set. So I got a couple of those. Kaiju related. I also got the Gypsy Avenger, like you see in the thumbnail for this live stream.
Yes,
so I had
sir.
my review for that up a few weeks ago. I think at this point, really, really solid figure.
Yes, sir.
And then non-kaiju related, and as will be discussed later in the stream when we talk about some of the non-kaiju stuff, I did pick up the Nemesis Build-A-Figure from Marvel Legends.
Wow.
You see that little skull in the dome there. I think this thing is a tank. I love it so much.
It looks
That's
awesome.
cool, man. That looks very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So for me, I do have that Gypsy Avenger just like you, Kyle. Like it's a fantastic figure. If you see my toy photography so far, beautiful figure. Like I really like how it poses. It's got a nice size to it and things. And yeah, nicely detailed, beautiful. I'll hopefully have the review out this weekend. You know, I've just been busy. And also another pickup that I have is this amazing Yamaguchi Revel Tech Batman Arkham Knight. This guy is so cool, so posable. He's got a ton of things that comes with this guy for $100, man. You know, like a posable cape and everything. He's awesome.
Rest
Like
in peace.
one of my favorite video games ever on the PlayStation 5, Batman Arkham Knight. And Hiya sent me the exquisite super. Are you kidding me?
Dang.
Oh my god, David, my
We're getting
god.
Happy Meals tonight, boys.
Yeah.
We're going to Cinnabon.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god, David, thank you so much, my friend. Oh man, I owe you for that, buddy, for sure. Actually, I'm working on a brand new T-shirt. Okay, and when it comes time, I'll send you that T-shirt. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna like it. Yeah. Alrighty, and I have the Hiya Toys sent me the exquisite super line for Star Trek, and this one here is Mr. Spock. So I also have Captain Kirk and McCoy. So I'll be doing, the reviews for those. So yeah, it's gonna be good. And that's basically it for pickups, man. Yeah, David, thank you again, man. Yeah, man. Dope figures all the way around, man. Yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you. Alrighty, cool. Oh man, David, man, you're awesome, Manny. You're awesome. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So how about Nosferatu?
Yes.
House.
Ooh.
Is that the NECA one?
That is the NECA one, yeah.
That's so
Nice.
cool.
He's pretty great.
Awesome.
I got a whole bunch of things. Like, yeah, I've got a whole desk full of things that I got to review. Like, I got old figures.
Whoa.
Bought from the Articulation series.
Oh, yes.
Just videos that I've been sitting on. So, like Scar King and Kong with his Beast Glove.
His Infinity Fabric.
Did anybody else break theirs right here?
No, like it can
No.
come off, but like not for mine didn't break, thankfully.
Mine's like broken.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I didn't notice it until later either. But that's what you get when you aren't careful with your shit.
Yeah.
Factual.
Cool. Yeah. So let's see. Happy birthday, Michael. Who's? Or me.
Mike, is it your birthday too?
Is it your birthday?
Not until April.
Okay.
Oh, me too.
I've been getting into Godzilla toy photography, and your online class video really helped me. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yeah. Pleasure. Cool. And so let's get into today's topics. There's a lot to talk about, man. So we already we already discussed the pickups, Gypsy Avenger, and
Crap, I meant Harold.
It's okay. You're Ebura. You're based. You're
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
forgiven.
Yeah. All right, so toy news, buddies. All right, so man, a big toy news dropped yesterday. So let's talk about that first. And finally, we got some updates from Hiya Toys. So releasing next month is both the stylist Shimo and the exquisite basic Shimo as well. So wow, that's gonna be awesome. Back-to-back Shimos in 1 month.
Month of Shimo. Let's go.
Yeah, Shimo month. Yeah. So Rob, what are your thoughts?
I'm
does that make
excited.
you-
I'm
Yeah.
very excited. Very, very excited. That Evolved Godzilla from the Stylus series was my first, and I like how that one turned out. This one looks like it's going to be a cornucopia of colors, and it looks nice, and it's going to take up a lot of space on my shelves.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm very here for it. Absolutely here for it.
Cool.
Look at that.
Mike's Monsters, what are your thoughts on this one?
They look awesome. I skipped out on the pre-order, so I'm not getting these ones. I got the SH Shimo coming, so I'm gonna just
Cool.
let that be the shelf hog, because she looks pretty massive. And
She is massive
She
in
is.
hand, and I don't know how this one's gonna be compared to, in terms of like scale.
Yeah.
How the
she looks
this one
like
will
she's
be.
gonna be too small, but like
Yeah.
shelf-wise, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm not
Yeah.
hating it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not hating it. Yeah, but
There's my
for
Hiya
people
shirt
that like
right
want
there.
like accurate scales, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You might be disappointed. Yeah. Yeah. So Kaiju Canuck, what about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I mean, more broadly speaking, like around Hiya's announcement, I think that was a huge step in the right direction for Hiya, like this open communication saying, hey, we've gotten some inquiries, here's a bunch of figures and our anticipated release dates updated, right? So it was, well, we'll talk about the ones in the slides to come.
Sure.
So huge improvement in terms of communication.
Yeah.
That being said, there are still some figures that they haven't addressed, like the basic Kong with the axe. Like that's due
RoboCop.
Q1 this year.
Yeah,
RoboCop, sure, yeah.
yeah.
So they're mentioning things into late Q2, but they haven't mentioned Kong. So like, am I to take that as Kong is not something that people have been asking about, or am I to take that as Kong has been delayed by 2 entire quarters? Right. So there's still a little bit more that could be done, but obviously like that's a huge step in the right direction.
Yes.
The Shimos here, I mean, they both look fantastic
Yeah.
for very different reasons, like this exquisite stylist series.
Oh
Like,
man, it looks beautiful. Yeah.
it does. I'm not a statue collector myself, but if I were, like, this seems like a really great like good value for how much you're paying for it.
Yes.
And then in terms of the articulated figure, like ever since day one, she's looked really solid.
Yeah.
We did get that black prototype at Wonderfest, and we're still not sure like what the black prototype entails, because they had a paint master prototype.
Yeah.
So it's like, have they changed anything? We're still not sure, right? Because again, they haven't really mentioned anything. So I'm really excited to get this one. I am worried about her scale, her size. You know, we were talking to Alan last stream, and he was mentioning that the photo Hiya posted that Kong was too big in comparison to Shimo. So, you know, if as long as it's not like wildly out of scale, I think I'll be okay. But that is definitely something that I'm curious about.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, I am ecstatic for this one. Finally, the first Toho Godzilla that we're getting from Hiya, and this is back to back, guys. So Godzilla and King Ghidorah. This is gonna be incredible. I cannot wait to get this guy in hand, and especially that King Ghidorah. Like King Ghidorah is like my second favorite monster in the Toho in the Toho universe. And man, and I don't have a King Ghidorah. I'm excited for this one, man. Oh my god. Yeah. So what are your thoughts, Rob? What do you think?
Just look at those golden tits. I'm not the biggest fan of 91 Ghidorah as a design, but this figure, it's undeniably hype. Like the wingspan, the size, the tails. I can't wait. I really can't wait for this, and I can't wait for the Godzilla that goes along with it. They look like two powerhouses in detail, articulation. Hopefully
Yeah.
paint too. Hopefully paint.
And
But
another thing too, this photo that we see is the old photo.
yeah,
And so
it's
we're
true.
getting the updated figure, which is the Hokkaido design, which is this one here.
Oh,
You know,
as long as they don't touch his tits.
yeah, but this one's coming like the month after, so late May release. This is the heat ray version, and man, and look at that heat ray. I really like how that design is. I really like it. I can't wait for this one either. Jesus.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I wonder if they're doing something new with the heat ray this go around, because that doesn't look like it just fits into a square peg at the back of his throat. So I wonder if they've done something new here, or if it's just for the photo, like, to that extent. But I'm excited. I very much am excited.
Yeah. Mike's Monsters. What about you? You picking up this one?
If I had the space, I'm gonna get the Ghidorah probably. Yeah.
The one that takes up more space.
The one that takes up the most of space. But I'm looking at the shelf that I would put it on, and there's no way it's fitting in there right now. But
can you hang it on your ceiling? Because he does fly.
You're gonna need piano wire for that thing.
Yeah, I don't trust my ceiling. We leak here in California. Yeah, well, if we're not burning down, we're leaking. No. So I'll probably get Ghidorah, but I'm okay with my 91 SH Monster Arts Godzilla. I'm one that I don't necessarily always need a double dip on a design if I have a figure of it in some form.
Sure,
me too, dude.
And that's that's one that I really like, and I think I'm fine without it, but I can't deny that the Hiya looks really good, really nice.
Yes, sir. Kaiju Canuck, what do you say?
Tits.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Very excited, right? The first two releases, Ghidorah, Heisei Ghidorah, that was my first movie I watched as a kid. Like that was my gateway drug,
Awesome.
And yet I've never had a 91 Ghidorah articulated figure. I missed the first. Well, I missed both Monster Arts because
me too. I only have the Mecha King Ghidorah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So I am really, really stoked to get this one. The Godzilla, I'm also excited to get. It's another Heisei Godzilla, but I'm very curious to see how Hiya does it. And I have to imagine that part of the reason they're delaying it, one is they're updating the sculpt. We know this, that it's been outright told. But on the other side, I think that they just really, really want to make sure it's right. Like this is the first one in Toho proper. And I think they want to get it as close to perfect as possible. This is just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I think they do. I agree with you. I think like they really want to nail this one. They want to hit this out of the park. You know what I mean? And because they did say like in that interview that they had with the Kaiju, Toho Kingdom and Michael that they have a lot to prove to Toho. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so let's see. So sadly, no money because I placed an order for the 3 zeros. Oh, yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that will do it.
That will do it for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so I missed the pre-order for this guy. It's been sold out since December. Well, if you want, I mean, you can go to Hiya Toy. They still have it up for pre-order there. So, yeah, and you can use my promo code too if you want. Yeah. So let's continue. So finally.
Oh, that guy. I remember him.
Yo, is this like the side of the milk carton or something? Like
holy. Yeah, I'm happy that they announced this guy. You know what I mean? So people can stop asking me when is this thing coming out, and like, yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward
it's
to
a
this.
meme at this point, right? Like, where's
Yeah.
Hiya's evolved Godzilla? Like, I did that video yesterday, and I had so many comments from people saying, "We thought you got evolved Godzilla from Hiya."
Yeah, but you know what? It's amazing that so many people really want this figure. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen like a demand for a Godzilla like this. You know what I mean? So it's amazing. I think.
They
Yeah.
don't want to pay $140.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Jesus. My God.
But
Pay
I
50
hope
bucks for a Spider-Man or $140 for an SH Monster Arts Godzilla, which is
$50 for
the
Spider-Man.
better deal, guys. Which is the better deal? Who's getting ripped off? Alrighty.
I can only hope that this guy looks as good as he does here in the final product, because I've seen a lot of people worried because of what happened with 2014 with like the teeth and the eyes and other areas. And I really hope he looks this good.
Yeah.
Because this looks awesome. It's
Sure.
like delicious even. Look at those tits. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not. But no, I really do just love how this looks right here, and I hope all the updating that they've been doing and everything, I hope the paint and all that fun stuff just isn't affected, because it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, this is an old photo. I mean,
you
know, when they showed that prototype off at Wonderfest, I mean, it clearly looked a lot different, a lot sharper and things. So like I'm waiting to see those pics, those initial pics when it comes time for that. So
absolutely,
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
And the 12 other versions they'll make of him.
Yeah,
maybe.
Alrighty. So let's continue. And we got the solicitation for this guy. This guy's coming out at the end of this year, allegedly. So
maybe we'll see.
maybe.
Yeah, but I'm happy that that they're doing this character, because it gives me hope for the other MonsterVerse characters. You know.
Yes.
So, but this thing looks awesome. Like if you look at the details on the legs and stuff, I mean, yes, this is a prototype, but like you can see there's a lot of detail in that, in the sculpt. Look at that. And like the tentacles on the face and stuff, it just looks really good. And I think this is going to be like of a soft, malleable plastic, so like it won't break on you.
That'd be
things.
I think it has to be. Otherwise, it looks like it would be too fragile.
Yeah, because I have a 3D printed one from my friend Photon. Oh, let me bring it out for you guys. Hold on.
So how about them legs?
You can see one of the hinges in the background where they're articulating the legs.
Yeah, I like that they've given it enough space so it looks like you can actually bend it all the way in.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, so this is 3D printed, and I have to be very careful not to touch this part here, because you can tell like this thing is very fragile looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And things. So I mean, I've done photography with this guy before and things, but I'm happy that we're getting an official Hiya one, and like I won't have to worry about this guy anymore. So it'll be nice. Yeah. And where is Scar King? That is a good question. But I think what Hiya needs to do is that they need to work on that back catalog first before they start soliciting, newer figures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah. What are your thoughts? What do you think, guys? Rob?
I think they really need to clear out that back catalog before they go about releasing more from the Godzilla franchise and everything, because at this point you're going to start soliciting things that we're not going to see until the middle of 2026. It's like a steady stream of updates on what's coming out this year I can take. I don't need to see anything new beyond Scylla at this point. Just show me what's coming in the next few months, instead of just getting me hyped for something I'm not going to see until I'm 33. Or 34, 34, yeah. So that's my piece.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see. So let's see this comment. What would be the feel in the chat if every Godzilla figure came out with the light up feature down the road.
So if they've re-released everything in Exquisite Basic Plus, I guess
That's a possibility, you know what I mean? That they could, but like, I don't know, like, like I was thinking about that, like, the Burning Godzilla 2019. That's
Yeah.
like the most sought after Hiya Godzilla. You know what I mean? If they re-release that in the plus, I think it kind of defeats the purpose of like making it so rare.
Could you say that some people would feel burned?
Yeah, I think so.
I certainly would feel burned, scorched, even.
Yeah,
Scarlet.
yeah.
Wonder if anybody will get that one.
I got booed in the chat.
Listen, this is premium dad humor. Come
Yes.
on, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's an art form.
yeah.
But Harold, like, yeah, the whole idea that this means that like other monsters could be made. Like, thing is, Hiya came out. They did Godzilla, Kong, Rodan, Mothra, and then I think we knew Ghidorah was coming. But did Skull Devil come first? Was it Skull Devil then Ghidorah, or was it Ghidorah then Skull Devil?
Let me
It might have
see.
been Ghidorah then Skull Devil.
That's a good-looking question. That was so long ago.
But the whole thing is like they did Skull Devil, right? Like nobody had done Skull Devil. Like NECA didn't do it. Monster Heart still hasn't done it. And then they did Female Muto, and it was like, oh my god, nobody's done Female Muto either. And then it just kind of stopped for a while. Then it was okay. Here's 91.
Yeah, Skull Devil came first.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, sorry. The first Ghidorah, the first edition Ghidorah came first, then Skull Devil. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the heat ray came after. The gravity beam came after. Yeah.
So like you see the point, right? Like it was at Skull Devil, Female Muto, like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then it was like Godzilla 91. Okay, Ghidorah 91. Like it's all still great, but it's stuff we've seen before. And it feels like there had been this lull. And now it's like, oh my gosh, you get Scylla. Like, whoa, like out of left field, right?
Yeah.
So, hopefully it's not another 14 months before we see another deep cut character. But the idea that the door to those characters is not entirely shut is really reassuring.
Yeah. Let's look at some of the potentials. So Tiamat, I'm really hoping for a Tiamat. I think it's a really nice looking Titan, in my opinion, and things. I like the colors and all that, the way it moves. Like, I mean, that would be such an awesome figure to have, like if they could figure out the engineering. And what's this one?
Behemoth,
that one. Like I have the 3D printed one from Photon Collectibles, that one. I don't know about Methuselah because that's been under lawsuits and stuff like that with what's his name again?
Summit
Kaiju, yeah, and things. But definitely friggin' Drowned Viper, because like friggin' what's his name? Playmates. They did Tiamat, and they did you know what I mean? So potentially we could get those figures too, So
yeah, but you know how big Drowned Viper would be though? Like
massive.
Drowned Viper in the movie is fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would do that one.
Down, because like if they're good at when they get to that figure, they'll probably scale them down, because just like what they did with Shimo, I think.
Yeah. But at the same time, it is just a danger noodle with ball joints. So like maybe
one big bendy wire.
Yeah, just one gigantic fuck off bendy wire, some rubber, a little bit of gloss, some sharp teeths and everything. Noodle gang. You right. Noodle gang.
I do think that Tiamat is like a no-brainer. I feel like everybody and their mother has been asking for Tiamat.
Yes.
So of these four, I feel like Tiamat has to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
Hello.
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 Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Beautiful. I'm going to be off camera for this part, but I'm here.
Awesome. Welcome. Alrighty. Hey, Say Creations. What's going on, my friend? Hey, hello. What are you guys talking about here? Well, just keep watching and you'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Noodles.
Yes. Noodles. Not the Taiwanese type.
No.
No. So, and then other potentials. I still want the Warbat. These dog guys would be pretty cool. I would army build these guys for sure.
Mhm.
You know, the Hawk Mudo, the Flying Mudo, and then the Mudo Queen. We still have to get
Barb.
those.
Barb. Yeah.
Barb.
Is
Male
that what
Muto
you
for
call
sure.
it?
Gotten Queen Mudo. I feel like that would be an easy retool.
Eh.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's continue. And
Doug.
that's
Doug.
this is from this figure right here is from Spiderhawk Studios that I got.
Yeah.
And I still get messages to this day about this figure, and I keep telling people that it's no longer available. So please stop asking.
Hiya Doug.
Yeah.
Hiya Doug.
Yeah, we need to hire Doug. I would love this water buffalo.
Mhm.
And like the Scar King henchman, one-eyed, and like all his army guys. That would be pretty cool.
Doug.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
So
He's just happy to be here.
who would be interested in the one-eyed dude?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
More ape.
Alright.
Why not?
More apes. Yeah. Because
More
like
ape.
I use my other Kongs already, like for like, you know, like army building and stuff like that. I just keep them like in the foreground and the background, just slightly blurred out and stuff. So yeah. But I wouldn't mind like having like extra, you know, these guys. They look ugly. So. Yeah. So
Doug.
alrighty, so the future's bright for Hiya, I think, you know?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Loads of potential.
Yeah. So Hiya Biolante would be my most wanted. Ooh, that'd be freaking cool. Space Godzilla, burning Godzilla for me. Wow.
Ebira.
Destroyer.
Yeah,
No, Ebira. Let's go with Ebira. Yeah.
Ebira. Yeah.
Ebira.
Giant condor.
Giant con.
Yeah.
Hey man, we took the US. We took Japan. We can take China with Giant Condor again. It's possible. Make Condor giant again.
Yes. So they Hiya also released photos of the prototype or like the 3D still of the reworked of Godzilla 2002. And I don't know, what do you guys think? I think this looks on point, but we still need to see a physical copy of this figure.
Yeah. I like anytime you have a unpainted model, I think it's more flattering for the sculpt. Like I look at this sculpt and nothing is immediately wrong to me.
Yeah.
But once they paint it up, then I think we'll have a better indication of how much of an improvement we're seeing. But I do think it looks better.
Yes, I agree. I agree. And I'm amazed that like Hiya could just go back to the drawing board, like when the fan reaction, you know, like clearly they do listen, you know what I mean? So it's just amazing. Yeah. But like what we were talking about in our last stream, like how long can they keep that up? Who knows? Yeah. All right, so moving on. So this is releasing probably this weekend, I think, in Japan. I have this guy on pre-order, so I'll be looking to see how this guy looks in hand. Michael, any ETA for you? He's probably not there. Yeah.
We've lost him.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that comes out on the 22nd.
Okay. So tomorrow.
Let's hear
From where I am. From where I
Yeah,
am here
I was
in
gonna
Taiwan.
say.
Yeah.
So it'll be Saturday. So yeah, we should be seeing some in-hand photos of probably the box art fairly soon, within the next day or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
and don't be surprised if people start taking photos and then like start ripping on it and stuff like that. Just wait until it gets in the hands of a competent toy photographer, okay, guys? So
yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the folks in Japan that get their figures, there's not at least the photos that we see online that on Twitter or Facebook, they're not really into doing a lot of photography, big poses and stuff. They just kind of want to just take out the figure and they're like, hey, look what I got.
yeah.
So to that credit, a lot of people look at that and they're like, oh, look how horrible it's posed and stuff. And it's just like, I don't think they really care. They're just like, hey, look, this is neat.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I will be getting 4 for variants comparison, and hopefully that will be in by either next Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those two. And then I think we'll do another live unboxing of all 4 of those again.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun with Shimo. So
Yeah.
we'll do that again with some Suko Mothra action.
Yeah, hopefully another no earthquakes will creep up on me this time, yeah.
Yeah, that was spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so just wait to see what we get. Kyle, are you getting this guy or no?
No.
Alrighty. What about Mike? No. Mike's Monsters? Any? No?
Oh yeah, I plan on it. Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
ordered it yet. But so Michael, if you need one to sell, we can do our thing.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, Heisei Creations, you are right. People need to understand that the littlest imperfection is not going to kill you. I agree with you, sir. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well,
Alrighty.
Hey,
So, Rob, this is your forte. I know you were super happy with this guy.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I mean, and this gentleman as well. I
Mhm.
mean, Godzilla 2000 kind of came in and stole this guy's thunder because Jesus tapped. Like, look at that. It doesn't look like a movie monster series figure in the best way possible.
No, it doesn't. It looks, yeah.
It looks like above tier. It's like movie monster. They might as well just start calling it movie monster series 2.0
Or
because
Movie Monsters Plus.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Lord knows they have enough spin-off series at this point. But I'm so excited for this, and knowing that we're getting a Destroya, a Burning Godzilla, and a Kiryu in this 2.0 format as well, really starts it's making me think that they know that they're getting towards the end of what they can do in the movie monster series, so they're just going to go
Mhm.
back and they're going to do 2.0s of popular designs, and that's going to pad things out, and I ain't mad about it because yes, don't get me wrong, the original one from the Toho Kaiju series and the one from the movie monster series, beautiful, nostalgic, they have their own fling and flair to them. It's great. But dude, this is like an X plus. This really is just it's like a freaking X
It's like
plus
a
figure.
below X Plus, yes.
Yeah.
Below.
And X Plus is doing that now too. We'll talk about it. But
Oh, yeah.
like, dude, like I'm just so excited for this because this is
It
I
looks
can't wait.
good. I mean, there's nothing to complain about here. You know what I
No.
mean?
I mean,
But
the tail.
what's this retailing for, Rob? Do you know?
23 into 24 around that area. Because this
really?
thing's only going to be a little bit bigger than the movie monster series 2000. It's not going to be like 7 or 8 inches tall. It's going to be maybe like 6.5 at most.
Oh, okay.
Same with this guy right here, who may or may not be a remold of the 68 with new arms. We can't tell yet.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, I mean, movie monster series isn't my thing, but I do get some from time to time just to keep them downstairs for my kids to play with and stuff, and they get a kick out of those for sure.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun little releases, and it's starting to feel like a good year for the movie monster series if we're starting off with these as like the new reveals of the year.
Sure. Yeah. Alrighty, and this guy was solicited not too long ago. But Rob, are you getting this guy too, or
Yep,
what?
I got him in. He's all categorized on the shelf and everything, and I can't believe it exists. And
If they do a 2.0 of this guy, I'll probably jump on board.
yeah, that would be awesome, but he'd probably end up having the same amount of paint on him. Because just the fact that this guy exists is a figment of all reality and imagination combining into one, because nobody
Yeah.
thought this was ever going to happen. And
Mm,
also the distribution of this
mhm.
thing is just weird because it's not on the US store. And at this point, I don't think it's going to come to the US store either.
Oh, that's
Because
weird.
I don't think, and don't quote me on this, I don't know any of the legal, whatever, all that fucking stuff, but I don't know if they're legally allowed to sell this in the US.
Yeah, because like there are licensing stipulations and stuff like that, which we'll get into like another product later on in the stream, which we'll talk about. Yeah, so 2.0 burning should be a massive improvement. The 2017 release made Rob crash out bad.
It did, and I think that might be the second most hated video I ever put out. The first one
really?
being that metallic minus Godzilla, because I joked everybody into thinking I spoiled the end of the movie. They did.
Oh.
It was a very bad joke. But no, that 2017 release of Burning Godzilla is a pile of just unwashed ass. I don't understand how in any fucking capacity that you look at that thing and you say, this looks great. It doesn't. You should be ashamed of yourself. No, you shouldn't. But like, just don't do that again. Don't like you know that saying, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put metallic paint on a black Godzilla figure and tell me it's burning patches. Because it's lame.
Yeah. Alrighty. So now let's get into the Super 7. And some of you guys have this in hand already. So
Mike.
let's look at
yeah. Got the 89 and then the Mechagodzilla Heisei, and then we've got -1 as well.
That one looks nice, actually. I really like
Yeah,
that.
I really like this one. Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, very cool.
Says,
and you're working on the. Oh, hey.
Es gato.
Es el gato.
Yeah, and then you got the Fun Funs as well.
Yeah.
I love those little.
And you're working on the reviews right now for those, yeah?
Yeah. I just started shooting those today. Everything on my desk is a review right now. I've got like a really messy desk, and I don't usually have a messy desk, so I'm just like, all there.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. But you know what? Like looking at this, like if I were to get this, like I don't have any reactions, but like it's kind of like, it's a shame like to take them out of the package, you know, because these packages look so nice.
Yeah. Harold, all of mine are on the wall in their packaging.
Can you show us or no?
No, I can't take a photo right now.
Oh, okay.
I might be able to. I'll take a photo and I'll put it in the group chat. Give me a sec.
All right.
Okay.
I'm about it.
Yeah, because man, these packages, they look so cool.
Yeah, I'd like. I mean, Super 7 always like cooks with their packaging. I mean, it's always very, very appealing. But
yeah,
some of them are just extra. Like the dancing Godzilla, beautiful. The pinball ones, I think that's what they were called. The pinball.
Yeah, the stern pinball.
Wow.
Yeah,
those were wild. I would frame that. Those things look so good. God help me when they get to Shin Godzilla. Just God help me.
Yeah.
God has abandoned us. He's abandoned my wallet. God damn it.
Well, Shin's anniversary, 10-year anniversary is next year, so you never know.
Oh, I know. And people who subscribe to me will know too. All year long.
Wow, that's impressive. That's very impressive. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can share it with everybody here.
God damn.
Yeah.
That
No,
is
that's a
awesome.
that's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a really rough photo, but
You and my friend Ray would get along so well because he does the exact same thing with his. Wow. Glow in the dark Hedora looks like strawberry kiwi slushy. I love that.
oh yeah. You guys don't know what cherry blasters are, right? I think Harold might know, but you guys don't have cherry blasters.
That's not something that sounds familiar to me.
Harold,
Depends
do you
on-
remember cherry blasters?
I don't remember cherry blasters.
Shit, man. Anyway, yeah, there's my reaction collection, gang.
That's cool. This is exactly what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I buy doubles of the ones that I really want out of package. So like I got an extra Titanosaurus here. I got a couple other ones, but yeah, that's my reaction wall.
That's cool.
Yeah, that
Wow.
that is awesome.
That one
Very nice.
Invasion of Astro Monster one is killing me though. A little bit.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
The whole design of it is completely different.
It's like when
Yeah.
one DVD doesn't match the set or something like that, or a
Yeah.
book. They change the size of the book for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's the glow versions, all the limited edition ones.
The glowies.
That's
Wow, they
cool.
look great.
Very nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
Monster
and then they
Kingdom.
have a glow version of the Invasion of Astro Monster one that is also on a different card back. And I'm really debating if I'm gonna break that pattern too.
You have to.
I don't know if I have to.
You have to.
I don't know if my OCD will survive it.
Listen, man, if I could survive it, you can too.
Yeah.
Maybe. Don't look
And
behind
if you zoom in onto the skeleton Godzilla, that's the one that Kyle Wadiga signed for me, so you can actually see his little markups there.
me.
But yeah, the
Oh.
reaction card backs are like so cool.
Yeah. This, yeah, very
Seems
collector
pretty-
friendly stuff, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I was telling Brian that I really hope because they're doing trading cards now, and I really hope that they do trading cards of the reaction card back art,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like that would be a really cool way to collect the art, because you only see a bit of the portrait, but they have full drawings, the full monster.
Oh wow. I would be
Wow.
interested in that. Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. That's cool. So these are the fun
Fun
ones.
Funs.
Yeah. And this is a brand new line too, yeah.
Brand
So-
new line. Fun
And,
Funs. All three of us got them. Fun. I've actually been sitting here fiddling with the -1 the whole time. I actually have been just holding him and like twisting the head, and
There's
all
something
this stuff.
satisfying about just twisting their heads. I don't know what it is.
They are so satisfying to hold in your hand.
Yeah,
They're
just
ridiculously fun to hold in your hand.
See, they're cool. They
That's
got the
cool.
black
This
and white
this one
version.
was a little tight at first, but once I got it, this one
Yes.
like
Oh,
really.
so
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you guys, I don't know how much you agree with me on this one, but like when I first saw the Fun line, like I was kind of like, like whatever, it's not really for me. And then I was like, oh, they're soft vinyl, like Japanese
Yeah.
style soft vinyl. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's kind of cool. So I was like, oh, I'll pick it up. And then I got it in hand. I was like, oh my god, like I get it. I get it. And I feel like this is the biggest thing that Super 7 has against them, is that like their products, it's like you need to get them in hand to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was.
but
so
they're Happy
on
Meal
these
toys.
until they showed-
Some guy says.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well,
Jackass.
they're wrong.
I was very so on these until I got them in hand, and they're cool. I really enjoy them.
Yeah.
I was so on them until Kyle got the silver one in and he did his YouTube short, and I was looking at it like, wait, I've made a mistake. And then getting them in, I mean, I could have had that video done an hour before it came out, but I was just too busy going like this because there's just something about it. Like palm of your hand, just twisting their heads. It's just got it's got a feel to it.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
They fit nice in your hand. There's but they're light and just very satisfying. They're just very satisfying. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. But
I don't
get them in your hand, and you're like, I get it now.
The material too, like you said, they feel just like a soft vinyl from Japan. And when I saw this one specifically, I was like, that's gonna feel like a hard piece of plastic. And it doesn't. It's glossy and shiny, but it feels like a squishy.
He looks
soft...
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, he's super cute. I really enjoy him. Yeah.
Oh man, that's something.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
yeah,
I think I kind of want that one now.
Get it.
Get it, Harold. Get it.
Alrighty.
Don't hesitate.
Get all three.
Get all three.
And maybe a fourth. And then when Wave 2 comes out, get those two.
Alrighty. So, look at this, guys. So, do you remember all those, like a year, 2 years ago, Spiral Studios? That's the one on the right. They solicited their gigantic series class statue of Godzilla 89. Okay. And at the time when this was solicited, people were losing their minds. Why is it Zilla, not Godzilla? Right?
Mm.
All right. And now the person who worked on this sculpt is Kenji Tanaka. Okay. He's one of the sculptors for Spiral Studios. Now, Kenji Tanaka is from Japan. He's Japanese. He has his own company in Japan. Okay, and that's him on the left. And recently, he solicited that he's doing. It's the same exact one, but this one's in a model kit. So you build it up and you paint it and stuff like that. And if you notice, this is called Godzilla 1989. Yeah. 98. I'm sorry. Oh, my 89's in my brain all the time. Yeah. So, and again, people started losing their minds again over why is this called Godzilla and why not the other one? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, if you recall, Easy Hobby, okay, they also solicited their Omega Beast Godzilla 1998. Okay, that's due to come out either this year or next year, but it's labeled Godzilla. Okay, and I'm friends with the sculptor. I'm friends with K.N. Lin. Okay, and he told me that the reason why he was able to get the license and call it Godzilla is because he has a Japanese branch, okay, for his company. So, he's based out of Taiwan, but he also has a branch in Japan. So in Japan, he registers for, the licensing and stuff like that in Japan. So according to licensing stipulations, okay, only a Japanese company can call this particular character Godzilla. Okay, any other company outside of Japan cannot. They have to call it Zilla. It's just a licensing stipulation. That's all it is. So because Kenji Tanaka's company is in Japan and he registered to get the licensing to make this in Japan, that's why he gets to call it Godzilla 1998. Yeah. So for people, blabbing and stuff like that, oh, it's a disrespect. No, it's nothing. It's just licensing. That's all it is. Yeah. So
business politics.
Yes. That's all it is. So
makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And they both
so does anybody want to any other questions or anything?
I've never understood the whole it's gotta be Zilla, it's gotta be Godzilla.
It's
Go ahead, Mike.
it's yeah. So with this, there's a lot of history with licensing with this character from the Sony
Yeah.
movie.
Mhm.
There's Sony has its rights for its home digital release, right? And then the rights kind of, I think Toho kind of took over that, and they kind of control it within their scope. So in Japan, they can call it whatever they want, right? They can call it Godzilla or Zilla, but for other countries besides the U.S., so like in Taiwan or Thailand or China, they're probably making it so that they have to call it Zilla for some other reason. The Zilla trademark did exist, I believe, before the 2004 movie actually came out. So that was something that already existed, I believe. And that's just kind of like been there for a while now. So that could be why they're doing it. I don't know. It's just Toho being Toho, I guess, in this case. But
Sure.
but it's like, for example, if NECA wanted to do Godzilla 1998, they would probably be able to call it Godzilla 1998 because they would be going through Toho and Sony Studios to get that name here.
Mhm.
But in Japan, like I said, like Toho's got control of all the rights of the Godzilla 1998 movie. They don't have to ask Sony for anything. So as long as it's distributed in Japan only.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So on that note, like if and when Hiya Toys gets a chance at making this character, don't be surprised if it's called Zilla, because unless they have like a branch in Japan, that likely they won't get the license to call it Godzilla 1998. It's going to be Zilla. Yeah.
And that's fine because an articulated version of Zilla or Godzilla 1998, both under the sun, is something that people have been wanting for a long time. So regardless of what its name is on the box and the trademark, I don't care. Just give it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know who the character is either way. So
Yeah.
it's semantics. It's semantics, really.
It's the Jay Leno lizard. Just look at that chin.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so just to clarify that, so in case people didn't know about that, but that's what Kay and Lynn told me. So just to sum it up, a Japanese company can register and call it Godzilla 1998. Yeah, but not a company outside of Japan. Yeah.
The more you know.
Yes, sir.
Very educational. Very educational.
CCP.
So I'm not into these kind of figures, you know what I mean? But holy Jesus, $300.
Yeah.
Hedorah. So there's this form, and then there's I guess the tadpole one. Anybody interested in these? I mean, I know there's a lot of people. There's a market for these figures, and like people pay through the nose for these things. But I personally, I just don't. They don't appeal to me at all. Yeah.
Yeah. I would, but I would, but that's a lot of money, and it's getting to the point where even their middle size series, which would be this right here, like this is their GMK that they showed off. This is maybe 4.5 to 5 inches tall, and it was $45 before shipping, and it was like $80 on Big Bad Toy Store. So there is an appeal to these things, but I think the least appealing thing about them is that they look like this. They're glossy, clearly somewhat stylized, and they're going for a price that people really aren't comfortable with paying, and I get that. For me, it's just like, just do more Hedorah in this size and I'll buy it. Like, I love that whole color setup they have for their Nightmare Hedorah. That's what the purple and the red on black, it's fucking awesome. The full final form of Hedorah with its arms all stretched out. It's beautiful. but I'm not paying $835 for it. Sure, it might be the size of a newborn infant, but you know, I'll stick
Wow.
to the middle size EX series for those because they just got. What are they doing? They're doing Tadpole Hedorah, new Flying Hedorah, Shin Godzilla, Final Goji, Final Gigan with interchangeable parts like the head and the arms. They're really like, it's weird because CCP has been around for a while. Like they do stuff like this and then they do stuff like X Plus, where it looks
Yeah.
like you have like something that just walked off the set. And
Mm-hmm.
it's staggering the difference between the two. Like some of their Shin Ultraman stuff is like, wow. And you see something like this and it's like, what is it? And, you know, they do plush toys and all that. But ever since they started doing this middle-size EX series for Godzilla, they've just been like going. And if you think Hiya is bad with remolds and repaints, just look these guys up on HLJ. You will be shocked.
Really?
Where we have 7 or 8 MonsterVerse Godzillas from Hiya. From them, I mean, I think they're up to like 15 Burning Godzillas. I believe there's at least 10 or 11 of the Smokestack Hedorahs. They go off. Once that mold is made, cleared, solid, crazy, not crazy, movie accurate, matte finish, shiny. They do everything.
They do it all.
All of it.
The whole rainbow.
Whole rainbow. You'll see shit in that line that you ain't never seen before, unless you collect Marmot. But yeah, the price is just like
that's typical. Yeah.
I don't blame people for not wanting to put down $18.50 on a $185. Forgive my French, sperm cell with a face. I get it. It's cool, but you know, and it looks like Shadow the Hedgehog Black Doom morph. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on.
Please.
So Titanic Creations, I'm very excited for this company. They a couple weeks back, or two weeks back, they solicited that they're working on their building set, and just today they posted something. I just didn't get a chance to include it into the slides here, but you know, along with their breakable buildings and also their flagship character, which is Titanicus. So I'm very excited to get my hands on this guy this year. So Kyle, I know you've spoken to Mac, and you know, any insight for us?
Yeah, he shared a lot of his thoughts on Twitter, but he really wants this to be the best city building set. Well, I don't want to say on the market, because there really isn't anything on the market. That's why he's doing this. But he really wants it to be like an all-in-one set, like everything you would really want for a city background, city diorama. He wants it to be in the set. And he also really wants it to do well so that he can do other sets as well. So he has an idea to do like an ocean battle set with a bunch of ships and aerial vehicles, stuff like that. He wants to do a set, let's say like the final battle of, you know, King Kong versus Godzilla 1962, where it's a little bit more of like a rural canyon type area. Like he wants to do all of it. And he also wants future action figures that they make to come with pieces that are compatible with these diorama sets. So he's sharing all these updates around the first set that they're making. The goal is to make it $100. If you haven't joined the mailing list, check out the Titanic Creations website and join the mailing list to voice your interest for these projects. But know that he's really trying to make this first set as good as possible, but he's got the long haul in mind. He wants to make more and more expansions. He's got like a 5 to 10 year plan in mind.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Fire.
Cool. Very, very nice. I'll be looking forward to this. Yeah, I can't wait to get this this character in hand. I really like the design and things. Yeah. So, any idea when is this coming out, Kyle?
I did know. I think it's like July. and I know that he made an improvement to the design.
Okay.
Before, so you see the giant crystal on his back.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was originally preventing sort of the torso from moving a lot.
Uh-huh.
Now the crystal will sort of like it'll cover his back, but it'll only be attached to the lower half of his body, so that way he can twist in the upper a lot more.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I have a picture of it somewhere. I because he shared it, but yeah. So they've made that change to free up the torso movement quite a lot. He expects that this will be the best articulated figure, the best figure in terms of articulation that they've done yet.
Hmm.
I'm about it. I really want to get that city building set too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have a ton of buildings already. Like, if you guys seen my my latest Gypsy Avenger shot, and I still have more. You know what I mean? So like, I'm always hunting for more buildings. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, I don't have enough
I
already.
only have the Bandai America ones that are like hollow and one-sided and everything. So a good city
Yeah.
set has been in the cards for me for a while.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So FigureMania show, I am happy we have new, but I'm curious if Hiya has solved the late delivery shipping the US. It seems Titanic Creations is doing great. I have no information on that. You know, I mean, that's something between Hiya and Big Bad Toy Store. You know what I mean? So I have no, I have no say in that. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know
Alrighty.
nothing either, so don't ask me.
Yeah. So was there a pre-order for Titanic Creations Godzilla looking figure? Not yet. Yeah. So okay. So moving on. So X Plus solicited this. I mean, I'm an X Plus collector. I like X Plus and stuff, and I think this looks really cool. But no, I'm not getting it. Like he's like, I once caught a fish this big. He's got that. You know what I mean? Like I just don't like the posing. You know what I mean? Even though like it's in the movie and stuff, I just for a figure, I just don't want that. Yeah.
The fish was as wide as my wife.
Shut up.
It looks
Yeah.
cool though. It does look cool.
Yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, but there's like apparently like you can change its head, like
Mhm.
you know, so like he can look up and stuff. But 30 centimeter, I mean, it's a pretty big figure and stuff. But I don't know. I'm not gonna get it. Yeah. So let's move on.
Huh.
Alrighty. Now this. Now we were
Mm.
talking about this earlier. So this is X Plus is getting into the 6-inch line. So you know, this is X Plus, all the sculpting details and stuff like that, but at 6 inches. And this one looks phenomenal. This is going to be $70. And this is based on like the maquette for Godzilla 1954. So like this is this is something I think every Godzilla collector would want, because like this is a piece of history right here, you know. And what's nice is that the head moves and the arms move, you know.
And you don't see that very often with an X Plus.
Definitely
I
not.
think.
Yeah. And it's so again, I mean, this is like their first this is called Toho Kaiju Wars. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is right now being solicited and stuff. Rob, what are your thoughts on this? Let's start with you.
Getting it. I love that maquette design so much. He's so oddly adorable and pudgy, and it's such a likable little design. And from X Plus, that level of quality, smaller size, $70, it's no brainer. No brainer. This and the 54, the like suit version, both of them, but mostly just this one.
Yeah. Alrighty. So Mike Monsters, what are your thoughts on this one? You getting it?
No, I was trying to purchase something else at that moment. No, I think it's cool, but it's not one I'm gonna get. It is, like you said, it is history, but for me, I don't have the space for it. But if I did, I'd probably, if I did and I had the funds, yeah, maybe. But it's not for me. But it is cool.
Sure. Kyle, what do you say?
Like it's neat, it's cool. For this scale, for this, like, it's just, yeah, it's not for me. I just don't want to spend that much more money on another line. It's
Okay.
cool though. I like it.
It's cool, yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's I just can't jump into another line right now. I got too many lines.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, and I don't know, man. Like we're being sucked dry in terms of like money in the wallet and stuff, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Ain't that the
Yeah.
truth?
Jesus. So now let's get into another topic. Okay, so this is a Marvel Spider-Man, Marvel Legends. Why are we talking about this? Okay. I wanted to touch based upon this. I mean, I do have some Marvel Legends. I only have like a handful of Marvel Legends and stuff. Like I'm not a hardcore Marvel Legends guy, you know. And but you know, I like Spider-Man. He's like one of my favorite characters in the thing. And when I saw this, like all this for $50, I was like, wow, that looks awesome. Like compared to like what I pay for in Godzilla figures, this is amazing, you know. But I was surprised to see the backlash that they're getting for this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Rob. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I guess I can understand where the base, like the people who collect the Marvel Legends series, are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just because, like we were talking about earlier, I'm a Godzilla fan, and $50 and all of that is like a fucking godsend.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, like $50 and extra articulation, a whole bunch of accessories that come with stands and alternate hands and the whole 9 yards. I mean, I can see where they're coming from, but I wouldn't be upset just because I know how the other end operates. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, for that amount of stuff for Godzilla, I mean, I don't know if we've ever gotten something like that for $50. Like with all that, you know?
We haven't, Rob. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing.
So it all works out.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, they're paying $50 for a figure and you get all these accessories. We're paying $140 and all we get is like a second pair of hands, you know? And like, yes, I mean, there is a, you know, it is a complex process in making these figures and stuff, you know what I mean? But like, man, I mean, I told you guys earlier off camera before we got on, but like when I was, you know, putting this show together, like it kind of made me take a step back. It's like, man, like we really are paying a lot for our character, you know what I mean? And like it's just the figure, while, you know, company, you know, other you know, the other fandoms, you know, they pay what they pay, you know what I mean, and they get like all these accessories and stuff. Like a normal Marvel Legends in a store, it's like what, $30 or something like that, but you get accessories, like you get accessories with all of them, you know what I mean? But we can't say that with SH Monster Arts, you know what I mean? Like it's like very rare do we get accessories with our Godzillas, you know?
Yeah. So does anybody else here collect Marvel Legends?
I have a handful of them, yeah, but I want to get I really want this Spider-Man but I now in all, like what I'm trying to say, I do not think this is expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a matter of like relative expense, because
Yes.
like I used to be like really into Marvel Legends, and even like now still, like here's my new Nemesis Bath, right? Like this is a brand new release. I used to be very, very into Marvel Legends, and so you know, for the long time, the price point was $20. That was
Mhm.
the standard Marvel Legends. And then they had some like special ones, like if they had the likeness of a film actor, maybe it'd be like 22, 23, whatever. But the
Yeah.
price has crept up, right? The price has
Sure.
crept up over time. The standard price now is $25 for a Marvel Legends. It goes up to like 28 if it uses a special likeness, and it'll go even higher depending on what's included in the box. But like bare minimum 25 US dollars. And
Yeah.
so like you can imagine going from something that's like 25 to $30 depending on
Mhm.
the accessories, depending on the likeness, to
Yeah.
$50, right? Like you're talking like as much as a 100% increase in price.
Yeah, like double. Mhm.
Yeah, so in terms of like absolute cost, I think $50 is totally fine, but that's maybe because we're acclimated. All of us are acclimated to a higher price point for the shit that we want to buy.
That's the thing. We're
Yeah.
so used to paying for these prices for our Godzillas that we look at that and like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
like if Godzilla evolved there, if that was a $280 figure with a whole bunch of accessories, then it's like, okay, what are we doing here, right? Like, do
Yeah.
I need all
Yeah.
these accessories? But also, like, you know, does it need to be $280? So I think that's the thing that people are freaking out about, is that the relative price is so much higher.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think that Hasbro has done a particularly good job explaining the price point, why it's
Hmm.
relatively so much more expensive. And I know that
Yeah.
there have been discussions about it, because like there's a bunch of accessories, yes, there's some really great articulation cuts in there, yes, but you can buy 2 figures for this price. You can buy 2 whole ass figures for this price. The my the biggest thing that I think it could be has to do with the fact that this thing was selling out all over the place. Entertainment Earth
Yeah.
sold out. Big Bad Toy Store sold out. I think Amazon sold out at one point. Like when everybody was bitching about it online, everybody was
Yeah.
bitching about it, and yet it sold out. Like it's the weirdest paradox you could think of. And it makes me think that maybe Hasbro just didn't make that many of these, or doesn't plan to make that many of these, and that's why it costs a little bit more,
It
and
was
also why it
calculated.
sold out
Yeah.
immediately.
Hmm.
But I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, man, look.
You know, I was gonna say something. I just happened to be scrolling through Instagram, and I just happened to see a video of, I think it's the Hasbro team or somebody, I don't know, but they were explaining about this figure, how it's made from the ground up, brand new sculpt and all that. But they were making a big deal about that this one doesn't use pins in its joint system. It's all a brand new style of articulation that they've never done before. Is that
Hmm.
something that sounds about right with this line?
So they've been doing pinless for about a year and a half now.
Okay.
And so they started integrating it about a year and a half ago, and then they've been getting it more and more. There are still, like, in that live stream today, they ended the show with a 2-pack, and one of the figures still has pins. So it's not something that they've nailed down for all of their molds and all of their releases. I do think that this guy has additional articulation cuts though in either the legs or the torso, and I know that
definitely in the toes.
yes, yes, and then
Yeah.
the forearms are swappable, so that's another cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did miss the stream where they talked about this.
Yeah.
And they I just don't think they've done a very good job, like, explaining why the price point is as high as it is. But
Hmm.
I really do think that production size is part of it. It also could be licensing. It could be that Marvel's like, well, if you make it too cheap, then Mafex, then FigureArts, then they're going to be unhappy. So we have to bring it a little bit closer in line with those guys to keep them happy.
Yeah.
It could be that, but as a wise company on Twitter said within the past week, all of these conversations are private and we'll never know.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I just thought it was just really interesting, You know what I mean? Like, again, as I said, I mean, looking at this for me, paying what I pay for in God's SH Monster Arts, I don't think that's expensive.
No, in terms of
Yeah.
absolute value, like
Yeah.
no, like what the fuck, right? Like that's a
Yeah.
breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it kind of makes me feel like we're getting ripped off. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. Yeah. Really,
I mean, you're also we're also comparing an import versus a domestic release too. So there's that.
True.
Yeah, but man,
I wish that
Just-
Mechagodzilla was $50.
yeah.
It was at one point, not this one, but the other one.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
like even like with our most affordable line, the Hiya Toys, I mean, you know, people are like us Godzilla fans, we're happy that we have this line. That's, you know, we have affordable Godzillas and stuff, but still it's $60 and you either you get or you don't get an extra pair of hands, but it's $60, but we're happy for it, you know? We're
Yeah.
happy with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
and that's its import price too,
Yeah.
because these things sell for like $30 or something like that in China.
Damn.
Gee, yeah. In China, it's like it's even cheaper. Yeah, the only way Hasbro could explain it was either the materials had gone up for the figure, was hot, or the popular along with the license as it does. Yeah, I mean that could be too. I mean, like licensing fees and stuff like that. I mean, how much more expensive is the Godzilla license compared to Marvel or like a figure like a character like Spider-Man?
Ooh,
Which is a good question.
I've heard that Toho and Marvel are comparable, if not outright the same.
Jeez.
And they're
Jeez.
high.
Well, and you also have to consider, I think, with Spider-Man, you're also dealing with Marvel and Sony.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Two
Yes.
companies. Two
Yeah,
greedy companies.
the figures for the last Tom Holland film, what was that? No Way Home? Those were like exceedingly expensive.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, because like it's the actor's likeness, right? So like they have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's got to
then
get some royalties for it, right?
Sony wants their pound of flesh. Marvel wants their pound of flesh. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
those
is-
ones were
that is-
like
I was gonna say that is true about likeness rights. If they do the likeness of a character with an actual person, that is extra on top of everything.
yeah.
Because then the actor also has to get royalties from it.
Sure. So I miss it when NECA had Godzilla licensed. They sold figures from 18. Yeah, man, those were many moons ago, man. Like we were
Wouldn't be
living
like
on
that today.
more innocent times, but like it's not like that today, man. Yeah. Jesus. And it's never going back.
Unfortunately, we'd
No.
probably be paying what we're paying for Hiya for NECA nowadays.
Yeah. So here's
Yeah.
a figure that's like $50, and like this is what you get. You know what I mean? And I think that Kong's an awesome deal because like you got all new tooling, all new articulation and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Anybody?
Multi-segmented torso on a Hiya Kong figure. Let's fucking
Yes.
go.
Yeah. And also a cut in the thigh, which
Yes.
is new and things. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. This guy.
The only way this release could have been better is if the Beast Glove and all the Beast Glove parts just came with this one. Then it would have been perfect.
They'll probably do that at some point, like an Ultimate Kong. You know.
Oh, don't give them ideas.
Don't do that.
Alrighty,
They're gonna
okay.
announce it the day that they drop these versions.
Yeah.
Just like Gravity Beam Ghidorah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll be
jeez.
$10 cheaper.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
and
with
it'll
more
come with
stuff.
more
Inexplicably.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and something about it will be slightly better too, for some reason.
Yeah.
Sure. So let's get into entertainment news now. Speaking of, I didn't have time to include it into today's slides, but I did see IDW's Kaisai era Godzilla design. It looks so cool. He's like green instead of like blue. He's green, and you guys can go watch on IGN. There was an interview with the writer. Very, very interesting stuff that they talk about. So if you guys haven't seen that interview, guys in the chat, go to IGN on their YouTube, and there's like an interview. It's like 5 minutes or 10 minutes long, and they're talking with the writer of those new books. Very interesting and exciting stuff coming for Godzilla comics. Yeah.
Mm,
Yes. So
for a good chunk of time too.
yeah.
There's so much happening.
Yeah. So Godzilla fights alien invaders. This comic that comic that cover I think that cover looks so cool. It would look so awesome on a t-shirt. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I just love the look of it. Like it looks like the comic is coming out in 2025, but it looks like it came out in like 1993 almost.
Yeah.
It just has that vibe to it,
Yeah.
and I dig that. So yeah, sure, please.
Yeah. So what happened to the 1954 Mezco Godzilla? Did it get canceled? I think it's still coming.
It was on display at a recent festival convention or something like that.
Yeah.
I imagine they're just working out the kinks with that because they don't want another big chap incident on their hands with a Godzilla.
Hmm.
I put my big chap in storage recently, and then I was going through that storage over the weekend, and I found that figure, and I just was like, ugh. Just looking at it, I was so mad at it. It's like, I didn't even do anything with you, and you broke.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
So
lot of
speaking,
damning stuff about that.
so -1 is still making waves. So won an international best film, and we got some news for the -1 sequel. So Takashi Yamazaki is getting a bigger budget, which, yeah, man.
So
Great.
when they reported this, it's Kaiju News Outlet reported -1 new sequel info. Has it been confirmed that it's a -1 sequel?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I thought
No.
I just missed something.
Because I did see he was catching a little bit of flame for saying -1 sequel when the original article never mentioned
Okay.
it being a sequel.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
one of
because-
those things that feels like it's safe to assume it is.
Yeah, because come on.
Because he's coming back. He spoke that he wants the whole cast to come back if possible. They're also
Yeah.
letting him take his time with this too. Toho's like not forced a release date on him. It sounds like
Which
They
is
want-
good.
they want
Yeah.
him to cook, and I'm like, great, let's do it.
And they want to give him a nice budget so he can make
Yeah.
his own version of Hedora, right? Yamazaki, right?
Yeah. So the poster company who made the teaser for the poster, -1G is saying that they're making the teaser poster for the new Godzilla film and is supposed to be released by this year. I guess the poster, maybe.
The poster.
Yeah, the poster probably.
The
Okay.
poster.
That might be a Godzilla Day reveal or something.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, it
for
might be.
sure.
Because that's how -1 was announced. It was just like a teaser image of the G.
Yeah.
On November 3rd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, I
could
did
be
hear about
considered
that. That Takashi Yamazaki has begun production on the upcoming one. Yeah, yeah. So exciting. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see further.
Mm,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and Marvel. Marvel is doing a Godzilla crossover. So, and now we got Godzilla versus Hulk. Alrighty. So, look at that bobblehead Godzilla.
Goofy image.
Bro looks like he's got two necks. It's just like
It does actually, yeah.
It looks like they took the rubber suit and then just bent them, and it looks like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
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 It looks like they were drawing a Heisei Godzilla with the Shin body type.
With a show
Yeah.
of face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just nice to see some Showa reps here and there. Instead of
Yeah.
just Heisei Godzilla again.
So, who would win, guys? Who do you think?
Uh,
I mean he's gonna eat him, so we already know how it ends. Cover art says it all.
That might not be a good thing though.
Gotta eat your greens.
That's one.
Awesome.
That's one hell of a broccoli
Zing.
head.
Yeah. And then Monarch season 2 finished filming, so we should be getting some info sometime in the next couple months, maybe Godzilla Day for like the next season, maybe. Who
I
knows?
think it'll be out before then.
Oh, you think so, eh?
Or we'll be starting to see marketing at least kick in for that. I wouldn't be surprised if the show starts before the end of the year, the next season.
Damn. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
last time it started at the end of the year and then continued into the new year, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started it was like the day I got to see the premiere of -1 or something like that, which was November 10th or something.
All
It was around that same time.
Mhm.
So it was when it started. So end of this year is what I expect. I think it would kind of do the same work, trail into the next year.
Sure.
Just hopeful and speculative. There's no actual. I have no idea on that, but
Alrighty. All right, guys. So we have hit every topic that we wanted to discuss today. Anything else that you guys would like to talk about? Anything that you guys want to say? Anything? No, we can only hope season will be better than season 1, since season 1 wasn't great, much less good due to the story jumping around too much. I don't know. I didn't mind the story, but what I thought what was odd was like them doing, like the father having multiple wives. You know what I mean? I was like, "Ee." That kind of made me feel uncomfortable, So
John Goodman was getting around. They don't call him Goodman for nothing. Jeez. Bad joke.
yeah.
I liked the first season myself. It wasn't perfect, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I
That
like the
finale wrecked me. I was bawling my eyes out as certain characters reunited. I'm not spoiling anything, but
No.
my goodness. I'm also a big baby though too, and I cry at a lot of things.
Yeah, man. Alrighty. All right, guys. So that's it for today, guys. We are done. Guys in the chat, thank you so much for coming by today. And guys, we do have a show lined up for next month on the 28th. We will be back on the 28th. And I have special guests lined up. Hopefully that that carries through. Kyle, thank you so much for helping me with that. And we'll see. Alrighty. So Shin Robjira, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram. Shin Robjira, basic and normal. You can find me on TikTok at Score at the. And yeah, that's all my socials, the ones that matter at least.
Cool. Mike Monsters, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube here, Instagram. That's pretty much it lately. And yeah, search Mike's Monsters, Mike's Monsters. I'm on Blue Sky too. Yeah, I forget. There's too many of them nowadays.
Yeah.
It's too many. Got a lot of reviews dropping on the channel here soon. So yeah,
Cool.
got a lot of work ahead of me.
And Kaiju Canucks, Super 7's greatest champion. Where can people find you?
Yes, you can find me here on YouTube. I'm on X, Twitter, don't use it too much, and I'm on Instagram, Kaiju Canuck. Real quick, guys. Apparently, Hiya's dropping something at 1 a.m. PT, 4 a.m. ET. We don't know if it's Godzilla, and it's probably not because Scylla just went up. But there is something dropping, so keep your fingers crossed.
All the
Maybe
time.
Shell. Ghost in the
Rob,
Shell.
what did you say? All the time, right? After
Every-
our streams, they
Yeah.
drop something all the time.
It's because we do these at the end of the month, and that's when they do their solicitations. It's
I
always
guess.
around that time.
Yeah.
And it's
all the time.
jerks.
And Michael Shipman, the Articulation series, where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere, man. Just look up Monster Arts, and I'm everywhere. Just don't, just don't type Bandai because I'm not there.
Very, very cool. And you guys can find me here on YouTube. You guys can find me on my Instagram, and I'm also on Blue Sky. I am no longer on X anymore. I just had enough of it and things, so I got off and stuff. All right, guys. So I want to give a special shout out and thank you to David Michael Tardy. Thank you so much for that awesome gift, my friend. You didn't have to do that. He's also my moderator. For this. So thank you so much for that. Shrimpy, thank you so much. Yeah. So thank you. All right, guys. And we will see you guys next month. And I will be on the lookout for more information regarding that. All right, guys. So guys, stay on. And I'm going to end the show. And everybody else, thank you so much. And I will check you guys in the next stream. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Godzilla.
I'm waving too.
Bye-bye.
I'm waiting for the live to go away.